Irving Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
Good evening, everyone. This is Bob Barry along with Lance Brown, all set to bring you our game of the week. And it's high school baseball. We're here at the campus of Nimitz High, the Vikings playing host to the visiting Mustangs of Grapevine. This game being taped on the 1st of April, and that's not a joke. Got a pretty strong wind coming in off the south. Skies are partly cloudy, I'd call it. You can tell the wind right there, oh glory. Big as that flag is, it's really flapping back and forth. And we have the district standings for you. We have a three-way tie for first place, Heritageville and Trinity. Then in fourth place, all by themselves, at least temporarily, the Nimitz Vikings. Grapevine right behind Nimitz with a record of 3-3. Then you see the other cast of characters, the Cardinals, the Lions of Turner, and the Tigers of Irving High School. So this really, in a way, is a big game for both these teams. The Nimitz Vikings would like to put two full games between them and the Grapevine Mustangs. Correspondingly, the Mustangs obviously would like to win this one and find themselves, therefore, tied for fourth place in district play. Remember, the top four teams go into the playoffs. Here we have the batting order for the Mustangs: DeBella, Lima, Flam, Fry, McClellan, Adair, Duval, Leal, and Jones. And here's Lance Brown.
All right, thank you very much, Bob Barry, and hi again, everyone. Scott Balfans on the mound for the Nimitz Vikings, and we are underway with a pitch outside corner called strike one. Braden Williams, the catcher. That pitch just misses. 1-1 to count. We'll set the defense for you in just a second here, as pitch number 3 comes your way. Pitch is a little bit upstairs to Dom DeBella. Candelaria at first, Makuzak at second. The shortstop is Brendan Williams, and that ball is fouled off. And at third base, it's Garrett Jeffrey. Two-two pitch coming your way.
Nice curveball.
Beautiful. Number 2 that time, and DeBella goes down on strikes, 1 away. Boy, you can throw that number 2 over the plate, Bob, and you can go a long way in this game.
Yeah, you keep it low enough. Yeah. I like the pinstripe outfits Nimitz Vikings wearing there.
Yes, I do. The takeoff of the New York Yankee uniform.
Most definitely.
First pitch upstairs to Antonio Lima. The next one, couple bounces to second base. Makuzak up, runners 2 away. So Lima is out 4-3, and that'll bring up Kyle Flam. And here's your defense: Candelaria, Makuzak, Williams, and Jeffrey on the infield. Weatherford, Reagan, and Robert Johnson in the outfield. 2 down, nobody on. And there's another good pitch that time. Flam goes after for strike 1. Flam lays off that one. Evens things at a ball and a strike. There's the head coach down there in his first year.
Jeff Harp.
Jeff Harp.
Been around a long time.
Way out front of that one.
I wonder if anyone kids Flam about his last name. They're giving him a nickname of Flim.
Flim, yeah.
Flim Flam.
I'm sure the Flam family's heard that once or twice in their lives.
I bet they have.
Pitch is upstairs. 2-2. And the next one. Chopper to first. That'll be easy, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Go ahead and put up the Nimitz lineup here, Bob.
No sooner done than said, huh?
Yes.
McCusick, the 2 Williams guys, Bill Fantz, Reagan, Weatherford, Candelario, Torres, and Johnson. Those are the men who will come up there and bat. Now, Garrett Jeffrey plays third base, but he's not scheduled to bat, at least not starting.
And let's put up the defense for you.
In the outfield, reading from left to right, you've got Flam, DeBella, and McClellan. Then in the infield, reading from right to left, the first baseman Adair, and Lima, Fry, and Jones, the owl, the catcher, and Cooper Hess on the mound, left-handed pitcher. It's a good shot of Cooper right there. There's always something stylish about left-handed pitchers. I don't know what it is, but they always look pretty good. That doesn't mean that they necessarily are, but this kid's pretty well put together. Notice taking his warm-ups out of the stretch on that last occasion. A long time ago, say back in the 40s or 50s, all your pitchers, without exception in the major leagues, if no one was on base, your pitchers would go into the full windup. And some of them had a very exaggerated windup. Now you see a lot less of that. Now a lot of times the pitching coaches try and ingrain in their hurlers to try and basically pitch without going into all that rigmarole and the big windups. Just take it and throw it. You see that's what this young man's going to do right now. So the Matt McCusick up here. Matt takes that pitch in a little bit close. For some reason, when we've done Nimitz games, this young man has really starred. That's not to say he's not an outstanding player, but he just has had some super games over these last 2 years when we covered him on ICTN. He takes that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So we have a ball and a strike at the bottom of the first inning, just the start of things. Scoreless ball game, and McCusick leading things off for the Vikes. That pitch low and away, 2-1 the count. If you follow this game, you know that you always hear most left-handed hitters have some kind of a difficulty batting against left-handed pitchers. That, so far, as we've seen McCusick, has not been the case. That pitch grabs the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
So let's see what he delivers here on 2-2. Good number 1, but it was downstairs and a count full. There's Coach Mendoza. We were in first place the last time we saw him here a couple weeks ago, but
yeah, well, they played some good teams. That's made the difference.
little tapper, but he falls down in home plate. It's a foul ball. It hit him in the batter's box, so he'll get another shot here. The history, though, of the, let's watch this again here. He's going to have a nice little bruise tomorrow morning. Downstairs, ball 4. McCusick takes the walk to start things off for the Vikings here in the home half of the first. Brendan Williams up. Shows bunt. Does bunt right back to the pitcher. Only play is to first. And it's a good sacrifice. 1-3. Coach Mendoza playing small ball here, looking to get a run here in the early going. And that'll bring up Braden Williams. Viking lineup filled with left-handed hitters.
Well, we know the first three guys are, that's for sure.
Well, we know they're not switch hitters.
Yeah.
And want to see what this kid has done this year. He's been able to hit the long ball.
Well, he's got 2 home runs this season, and both of them came in games we did.
So he must be glad we're here tonight. Downstairs. Ball 1. Now, the history of the pinstripe uniforms, going back to the Yankees, they said the reason it was done is to have a slimming effect on Babe Ruth.
Nothing would have had a slimming effect on Babe Ruth.
Yeah. The Bambino was pretty heavy in his later years.
Yes, he was. I wonder if they had him. Did he wear black as well? Supposedly that's supposed to make him look thinner.
Right. Well, out on the road he couldn't. And at home, or not at home they didn't.
No.
Back then they always wore white and wore gray on the road.
Exactly.
That pitch is outside. So it's 3-0. I wonder if Braden has the hit sign on 3-0. Big hole through the right side. Second baseman's covering shortstop. And the first baseman is shaded to the right to the first base line. He takes a strike on the inside corner. 3-1 to count. High fly ball, center field. Makuzak tags, heading for third. Here's the throw, and Makuzak is in there.
It's a heck of a throw.
It really was.
I didn't think the center fielder had a chance on this, but and Makuzak, pretty fast kid.
Let's watch this again. This is really a heck of a throw by DeBella in center field, Bob.
Yeah.
Boy, that young man has a heck of a good arm. Ball fence swings and misses at strike 1. As you can see, he's hitting ball pretty good this year. Inside. 1-1 to count. Makuzak, the runner at third with 2 out. Big breaking pitch.
Got in.
And it hits the outside corner. Good backdoor curveball. One, 2 the count. Pretty good crowd here tonight at the Shipyard. Downstairs. And the deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Originally, this was supposed to be a 4:30 game because it's testing week, but they shifted it back to 7 o'clock. This is a ball, so the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Makuzak with a short lead at third. Hess does work from the stretch. Pitch upstairs. That's the second walk of the ball game for Hess. So runners on the corners now. And Josh Reagan. Coach Mendoza with a question now for the umpire. He's looking at his lineup card. He's going to have a courtesy runner out there for his pitcher, Ball Fance. And this number 13, Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod's out there. This poor man, poor young kid always gets called A-Rod, I guess, all the time now.
Yeah, you would think so. Reagan is second in RBIs with his team. He's had 22. Belfast is the leader with 23.
He's got a chance to give at least one more here, possibly 3. Wide open stance, takes a pitch, catches the inside corner with that slider, ball 1, or strike 1, excuse me. Oh, 1 to count, 2 on, 2 out. See if Hess can pitch out of it. Breaking pitch, fouled off. 0-2 the count. Temperatures in the upper 70s today. This absolutely delightful day in North Texas. Runner goes. They are throwing for it. They throw into center field, and a run is going to score, but it was a strikeout, so the point is moot. All right, so 2 runners left on base as we head to this second inning of action. And maybe time to throw up our first trivia question of the day. To amaze and confound you. Who was the only catcher to win back-to-back most valuable player awards? You think that over? We'll give you the answer in the next day, okay? It's not Gino Petrone.
There was not a lot of guys when you think about it. Yeah.
In fact, there was only one. This game being played the second day of the real Major League season. Of course, the Major League season started over a week ago in Australia, which was, it is what it is. But the Rangers losing their opening game to the Phillies. The pitching was just awful. There's the first pitch. Guess it was out of the strike zone. David Fry, the hitter. It's Fry, McClellan, and Adair here, and that pitch is way upstairs. 2 over the count.
Australia's really been in the news. Starting the Major League Baseball season about a week ago. Dodgers playing Arizona. And then, of course, with the Malaysian plane disappearing in the general area of Australia.
Pitch is called strike.
People in this country refer to Australia as down under, right? You've heard that term, down
sure,
under?
down under. They themselves refer to it.
You think Australians refer to us as up over?
No. I had an Australian buy a car from me one time. I had an old Mustang up for sale. Next pitch popped up. Should be easy, and it is. Williams brings it down, and there's one away. Yeah, I had an old Mustang convertible for sale, and all of a sudden I get a call. I put it over on the internet for sale, and I was going, "Hey, mate, you got that Mustang for sale?" I said, "Yeah, throw a couple shrimp on the Barbie, and let's talk turkey here."
Exactly.
First pitch to Grant McClelland is outside for ball 1.
Look at all the Australians who come over and done very well in the entertainment world in motion pictures.
Whip to left field. Gonna be tough. And it's off the glove of the left fielder. Weatherford just misplayed the ball. What do you think? Hit or an error, Bob?
I'm going to give him a double.
Okay. Weatherford just had trouble picking it up off the bat. Got himself turned around there.
Yep.
So 1 out, 1 on, and Drake Adair is up. And that's a pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 1.
A lot of times when balls are hit out to left field, if they're line drives, they have a tendency to hook to the left toward the foul line. Don't know why, and I'm sure there's a scientific reason for it.
I guess it's top spin on it.
Could be, yeah. Not the easiest position in the world to play. Completely different than playing right field, as an example.
Because when it goes to right, it's usually slicing off the bat going away.
Right. Nice curveball.
Oh, that catches the inside corner. That was a nasty little hook that time by Balfance, and the count is 0-2. McClellan, the runner at second with one out. We are in the top of the second inning here. Lance Brown and Bob Berry from the Shipyard at Nimitz High. Ground ball back to the pitcher, looks to second. Good play by Balfance.
Excellent play, yeah. He froze the runner at second base and then made the throw to first.
Yeah, McClellan had to run back to second.
Now batting number 7, James Duvall.
Or risk being caught in no man's land. Watch it again, Bob.
Here's where Bell, first thing he does, look at second base, then makes the throw. He knew he had plenty of time to make the throw to first.
Here's Duvall up, and he fouls it off. James, the designated hitter tonight. And he's behind in the count 0-1. A lot of hitting room between second and first base. Curveball just kind of hangs up. Goes over the head that time of Duvall. 1-1 to count. Again, a very stiff wind blowing from left field to the first base dugout. Pickoff does not work, but fortunately it doesn't go into center field either. Two out. 2-1 count on Duvall. It's Grant McClellan, the runner at second base, and there you see a good shot at the ball there. He had a good rip at that one. Fouled it straight back. Two balls, two strikes, two out. Runner down at second base. Breaking pitch. Ball tipped but caught, and the side is retired. So the one out double didn't hurt him. No runs, one hit, no errors, one man left on base as we go to the bottom of the second inning and still looking for our first run. All right, we gave you the question at the top of the inning. You had time to go consult your baseball almanacs, see if you can come up with this. The only catcher to win back-to-back MVP awards in Major League Baseball. Bob, tell him.
Today is
Will Campanella? Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench. No, Yogi Berra. Well, okay.
It was a Yogi.
Can receive free hot dog at the concession
He won it in
stand.
1955 and 56.
Way of saying
the
thank
Yankees.
you for supporting us.
I see where his wife died recently, Carmen Berra.
Yogi is in his, I guess, his mid-80s now. One of the great characters of baseball. He helped making him a character was his childhood friend Joe Garagiola, who became an announcer and started telling a lot of Yogi jokes. Now, whether Yogi actually said these things or not, nobody knows. But supposedly he would say, you know, someone would say, "Hey, Yogi, what time is it?" He'd go, "Now." Later on, he had those good commercials with Yao.
Number 24,
Yao being the basketball player.
Did some work for Geico as well.
Yeah, that was a classic commercial where the duck gets frustrated, or the goose, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
This is Daniel Weatherford leading things off in the home half of the second inning, and he takes strike one. It's Weatherford, Candelaria, and Torres here in the bottom of the second. Gonna bunt, gonna be tough. It's a base hit. I don't know whether Hess would have had him even if he picked it up cleanly.
It would have been very close, yeah.
Watch this bunt one more time, Bob.
What makes this tough for left-handers, when they field the ball on that side of the field, they have to do a total turnaround.
Yep.
They have to do a 180 to throw the ball to first base. If you're right-handed, you see the ball you see the base all the way and just throw it over there. But if you're left-handed, you got to do that spin motion.
Candelaria shows bunt. They're trying to steal. There's the throw, and he's out. Weatherford is out stealing. So that takes care of that. This is a good throw, though, Bob.
It is. He had it right on the money, and the interesting thing is, in the the bottom of the first and as well as the bottom of the second, after the pitcher had his warm-ups and this catcher threw down to second base, his throws were not good at all. And maybe Coach Mendoza thought, this kid doesn't really have a good arm.
Well,
That's
now
still
he can jump that. He can jump that plan. That was putting Leche on the porchy there.
Couldn't have thrown it better.
Yeah. Candelaria with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Nobody on, 1 out. Pitch stays up high. 2-1 to count. Hess has kind of that herky-jerky motion. And he walked him.
Well, he's had his control problem. Certainly struck out 1 and walked 3. Not a good ratio.
No. Dora's a designated hitter. Candelaria with a short lead off first. Breaking pitch. A little inside. Ball 1. Andrew, 268 hitter for the season. Has 5 runs driven in. And one of his 11 hits is a double. Next pitch inside. 2-0 the count. Hess has struggled with his control here in the first 2 innings. Candelaria the short lead. That's fouled off. Two ball, 1 strike the count. 1 man out here in the bottom of the second. Still no score. Showing bunt. Now he asked for time. Never got it. Pitch is up high.
There's that arm that Coach Mendoza saw before.
Base.
Yeah.
And now they called it a strike. The pitch was upstairs, but
Yeah, he did call it a strike, and Mendoza is not happy with that call. And I can't say as how I blame him.
Now how can he call it a strike when the ball is way upstairs? When he had to jump high in the air to get it? Is it an automatic strike if you step out of the box? That I don't know. Obviously, that's what Coach Mendoza is asking right now. Because obviously you watch the pitch. I mean, there's no question that's a ball. So 2-2 is the count. It really doesn't matter what either of us think, but Candelaria has the stolen base. 1 out. Breaking pitch, catches the outside. Good backdoor curveball by Hess. And there's 2 away.
Now batting number 14, the right fielder, Robert Ray Johnson.
And so Robert Johnson will come to the plate here with 2 out and a runner down at scoring position. That open stance. Takes a pitch down and in. You see Johnson's numbers hitting .370. We come up here on the halfway point of the district baseball schedule. These two teams fighting it out right now for 4th place in district. Went after that with a bunt. And misses 1-1 to count. 2 weeks ago when we were here, the Vikings shut out MacArthur. The Vikings at that point were undefeated at 4-0, but they lost both games last week. Runner down at second is Candelaria. And Johnson fouls that one off.
Now, Candelaria obviously stole the base. That's where he's down on second. I don't know what kind of foot speed he has, but he had the opportunity to steal third base that time. He was about 40% all the way down to third. Now the shortstop comes over there. Shortstop wasn't, really shadowing him at all. So Candelaria took advantage of that and had a really big lead off of second base. Don't worry about the pitcher, son. Look at the shortstop. Doesn't matter what the pitcher does. If he throws the ball, he's got to throw it to somebody covering the bag.
Boy, that pitch just missed with that curveball. Try that back door once again, Bob. Hess has had some success with that pitch here in the opening going of the ball game. That pitch is downstairs. So the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner down at second. Bryson Candelaria, who reached on a walk and stole second base. Robert Johnson waits. And there's ball 4. Another walk. That's 4 walks here for Hess in the first 2 innings. So we go to the top of the order, Matt McCuzak, and let's see if he makes some pay now. Here comes the shortstop, David Fry, over to talk to his pitcher, maybe telling him who might have the throw or who's going to cover second in case they want to try a pickoff. Many times it's called from the bench, and the catcher will signal the pitcher to throw to second. Good lead by Candelaria at second. Mikuzak lines one to right field. Way back, but it's playable. And the side is retired. Mikuzak hit it right on the nose, but it was almost right at the right fielder, McClellan, and the side is retired. Again, the Vikings leave 2 men on base. And as we head to the third, we have no score. We'll be back right after this. All right, we head to the third inning of action here at Nimitz High. No score. James Duvall leading things off. Oh, no, this is Joshua Leal. I didn't record that last one, did I? Popped up. Josh, the catcher. So far, Ball Fans has pitched very well. There's a called strike. Getting ahead in the count here. 1-2 the count. Grapevine, a little action down there. Chopper goes foul. That's Nick Everts. Now they just list him as an infielder. I have no idea whether he also pitches or not too. But so far, Hess has lived on the wild side with 4 walks in the first 2 innings. Leal, 1-2. Rips one to center field, and a great catch in center. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Nice job by Josh Reagan in center field. Watch it again, Robert.
Yeah, you can star this one. Took a gamble here because if he doesn't catch it, that ball probably goes all the way to the wall. And you have a man with at least a triple, if not an inside the park home run. Boy, big play.
That's the best defensive play of the game by far. And there's a called strike to Ty Jones. And the big thing is Ball Fence is throwing strikes, Bob. He has not walked anybody here. So these guys have to be ready. There's a good fastball called strike 2. Then he's mixing up his pitches very nicely, too, with a curveball and fastball there. Good location. You can hit the knees with the Chinese mustard, Bob, and you're going to go far. There's strike 3. Jones didn't take the bat off his shoulder and goes down swinging. Or he's called out on strike. Come on, Lance, get it right, huh?
Goes down looking.
Yeah, goes down looking at what he does. And here's down to Bella. Dom struck out his first time.
And he showed us that great arm from center field.
Boy, he did. Yeah. Got it dandy. There's another strike. Pitch is a little bit up high. 1-1 to count. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Pitch is a little upstairs. So the deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. DeBella, a little tap. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Another 1-2-3 inning. As Mr. Ballfance is pitching a very good ball game here. No score as we go into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Maybe time to throw up our first fan facts of the evening. The Rangers this year on their opening day roster had 8 different countries represented, including the USA, Cuba, North Korea, Dominican Republic, Canada, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Venezuela. Some of the folks here.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
There wasn't a question.
It was a fair. Well, are these players on the roster now?
Yes. Yu Yarvi from Japan.
Yeah.
Sun Chu.
I was just thinking like Profar, but of course he's not on the active roster.
The matchup between the Irving Tigers and the MacArthur Cardinals. Irving 1, MacArthur 2.
So Hess is done with the warm-ups. And Brendan Williams, the shortstop, comes to the plate. And the Mustangs getting someone up throwing in case Hess gets into trouble again here. Pitch is down and in.
Hess has faced 10 batters. 5 of them have gotten on base, but none of them scored. So he's been tough when he had to be.
He's been playing with fire. Swing and a miss, evens things at a ball and a strike. Little chopper, tough play. That's a wonderful play.
Sure was. Very nice.
Very good play by David Fry, the shortstop, and Williams is out 6-3. Boy, he played that just marvelous as he charged it, made the throw all in one motion. Wonderful job by Fry at shortstop. Let's watch that again, Bob.
See the ball over the pitcher's head. And that shortstop just comes in, grabs it, and throws all in one motion.
Curveball hangs inside. Kid has some good mechanics out there, Fry does at shortstop. Man, he unloaded that ball quickly. 1-0 the count. Ball 2 outside. 2-0 the count to Braden Williams. He flied to center his first time up. 3-0 the count. None of those pitches have been really close either. One suspects Williams has the take sign, but we'll see.
Well, he took that
wasn't
one.
close
Yeah.
either.
Still another walk. Wow.
5 walks thus far.
Batting number 18, Scott Alphonse.
Scott Balfonse up. He walked his first time up. Braden, the runner down at first base, has 10 stolen bases. He's tied for the team lead in that department. Not running on the big breaking curveball. That would have been a good one to run on, but it drops in for strike 1. Oh, 1 to count. Here in the bottom of the third. He's running. A wild throw. Will they get him at second?
Yes.
No, under the tag. That's a stolen base for Williams.
That's where speed really comes in.
And he never hesitated either. That's the big thing. Pretty good move. Man, that was close.
Great camera work there by our technical crew, as always.
So Balfonse now with a runner down at second. Hess turns to him. Hess probably muttering to himself, "Dang, picked off." Well, if you hadn't walked him, he wouldn't be there. Quick conversation between Leal and Kess. Maybe changing up signs between catcher and pitcher. I don't know, with a runner at second. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. 0-2 the count. I don't know that at this level that the players are sophisticated enough to be able to steal the signs and pass it on to the batter. Mm-hmm. That's even hard for major leaguers to do, let alone kids in high school. Pitch up high. 1-2 the count. Liam, the second baseman, who's kind of shading Williams down at second. That ball is fouled down the right field line. And the count remains 1-2.
These last 2 pitches, Braden Williams has faked as if he was going to go to third base. And he was really under a full head of steam for about 4 steps and then just put on the brakes.
Rip right at the shortstop, however, and Williams was alert enough to be able to get back. You got to let those line drives go through, and he was smart enough to be able to read that ball. The ball fence hits it right on the button. Williams gets back, and now there's 2 out. And here's Josh Reagan. Made that great catch in center field last inning. Breaking pitch, ripped left field, way back. Way back. It's out of here. Josh Reagan.
Now leads the team in RBIs. He's got 24.
William scores ahead of him, and obviously they're going to give Mr. Reagan the big congratulatory. Look at him hit this one. Big breaking pitch right down the middle, hung up there, and remember, he's hitting into a very stiff wind.
Yes, he is.
If the wind is blowing out tonight, Bob, that ball winds up in Grand Prairie. He nailed that baby. So here's Weatherford up. 2 runs are home here as Hess's pitch is downstairs.
Now batting number 24, Daniel Weatherford.
Daniel reached first base on a bunt single in the second inning. He rips it to left field, base hit. There's 3 very hard hit balls in a row. Offense hit that line drive right at the shortstop, then the home run by Reagan, and then Weatherford nails that one, and now we are going to have a conversation between Hess and one of the coaches.
One of the things that has changed over the last couple of years in Major League Baseball is defensive alignments. You're seeing a lot more shifting now than you ever did before. Used to be that unless you really had a pull hitter, everyone just played straight away. That's not the case anymore now. There was an article in the Wall Street Journal about the team that did the most shifting last year. They actually keep a record on this, and that was the Oakland A's.
Well, I mean, if you scout, you get all these tendencies, and
exactly,
you're kind of stupid not to use them,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a lot has to do. You got to set that up in advance to know how to pitch the guy too, so he's not going to be able to hit the ball to the opposite field. So Bryson Candelaria up. Weatherford the runner down at second with 2 out. He's going. That throw is way off out in the center field, but Weatherford's going to hold on there because he had a slide in the second.
With the exception of the one throw the catcher made where he got a would-be stealer, and with a perfect throw, his throws have a tendency to tail off to the right.
Jeff Harp goes to discuss something with a home plate umpire. Do we have interference here? I don't know. That's not even close to interference there. Oh, 1 to count. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Bryson Candelaria. He walked his first time up. Weatherford, the runner down at second, 2 out, 2 runs home here in the home half of the third inning. Swing and a miss into the dirt. They're going to have to throw him out at first base, and they do, and the side is retired. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. So we go to the 4th inning of action, and the Vikings leading it by a score of 2-0. Let's throw up a trivia question your way. I'll let you discuss this. Who won the first Cy Young Award? No, it was not Cy Young. It was awarded, I believe, after Cy's death, as a tribute to the best pitcher in baseball. At first, they gave just 1 award out. Now,
both leagues do it. Yeah.
Now each league has one. They used to give it out to just 1, though. I think it was the first 2 or 3 years. It might have been like that. No, in fact, I think it was like the first 9 years. I think Sandy Koufax was the last one in '66. In '67, they had the National and American League winner, so it was quite a while there. So think it over. We'll give you the answer after this. Antonio Lima shows bunt, takes a strike on the outside corner. I don't know if he goes by Tony, but there was a very famous golfer many years ago, Tony Lima. Champagne Tony Lima. Very good golfer. think he was killed in a plane crash, was it, Bob? Or?
Believe so, yeah. He died in an accident, that's for sure.
Yeah. Very popular, very charismatic golfer. 0-2 the count. Swings at a bad pitch, ball gets away. They're going to have to throw him out at first, and they do. So Lima's out.
Here's a case where the catcher, Braden Williams, has great confidence in his arm. Even though that ball got away from him, he didn't race after it. He just moved in a very nimble way and then just gunned that throw down to first base.
Pitches downstairs, ball 1 to Kyle Flam. Not only that, but he had he was very methodical about the way he did it, very calm, and he took a couple of steps away too, so he wouldn't hit the runner on the baseline. That pitch is inside, ball 2. One of the rare times in this ball game that Mr. Balfance has gotten behind in the count. Chopper to second, tough play. Balfance up. Mikuzek throws, nope, not going to get base hit. He stopped it, made an off-balance throw, so it's a base hit for Kyle Flam. Second hit of the ball game. Watch it again as Mikuzek here, Bob.
Yeah, Mikuzek coming over toward the second base bag and in midair makes that throw. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No.
Got to have a real strong arm to get that ball over there quickly.
I'm not even sure he gets him even if he makes a correct throw. Flam with a lead. David Fry swings, fouls it off, and it'll go foul. Out of play. Fry popped up his first time. Just a little reminder to Flam that we know you're there. Flam is back. 0-1 to count. Popped up. Third baseman calls everybody off, makes a good play. Tough play that time, and you know the ball drifted a little bit with the wind that time. And Garrett Jeffrey made a nice play, Bob.
Yes, he did. And you notice that Belfast started for the ball. I have to assume that the third baseman called him off, and Belfast got out of the way.
2 out, runner on. That pitch is way outside. Ball 1 to Grant McClellan, who doubled his first time up. That pitch is upstairs. 2-0 the count. So Scott's been behind 2 hitters in this inning with a count. Quick throw over. And Mr. Flam gets back. Good move, though, that time. Flam has a pretty good lead down at first. Not going. Pitch upstairs. 2-0 the count. 3-0 the count now. One suspects McClellan will be taking all the way here.
Well, this is the young man who doubled his first time up.
He takes one right down the middle there. Looking at the tying run on base. Popped up. Ball fans calls everybody off. Says, I got it. And he does. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. As Mr. Balfance is pitching himself a pretty good ball game.
Certainly is, yeah.
So I think, didn't we have a trivia question last inning?
Yes, we did.
Why don't we throw that question up? Because frankly, I forgot it. Who won the first Cy Young Award? I think Bob knows the answer to this.
I think he was a right-handed pitcher and wore number 36 and just had a terrible time in World Series competition. Don Newcomb.
And an even worse time with the bottle.
Yeah. But he's a reformed alcoholic. Got to give him a lot of credit for that. You know, he was able to overcome it.
Well, when he came up, though, man, he could bring it. Had a 27-7 record that year for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Good hitter, too.
Yeah, he was.
Good hit for average, good hit for power. Yeah. But he just had a devil of the time trying to win World Series games.
Well, we've seen that
Oh,
many
yeah.
times, too.
Sure.
Now batting number 19, Andrew.
There's really no way to explain it. I mean,
No.
you know, people want to say, "Yeah, he's a choker," and I call bull on that.
Yeah.
Andrew Torres up, called out on strikes his first time. Gets a high fly ball to deep center field. Plenty of room. One away.
That was a major league fly ball. Boy, that was really up there.
Number 14, Robert
Yeah.
Ray Johnson.
The wind held that up quite a bit too, I'm sure. And so Robert Johnson will come to the plate. Johnson walked his first time up. 5 walks in this ball game for Hess. And that pitch is downstairs for ball 1. That pitch just misses. 2-0 the count. Two on the count.
I think the toughest pitch to bunt, as this young man learned right there, is a breaking ball. Ran up on it, and then the bullets start just coming in toward his body. Oh, yes.
Called strike in the inside corner. And Johnson is the second out of the inning.
Number 15, Matt McCusick.
Matt McCusick comes up with the bases empty and 2 out. He has walked and flied to right field.
And that fly ball was right up against the fence. He really hit it well.
Hess's pitch downstairs, ball 1. Hess with a chance for his first 1-2-3 inning of this ball game. He was in a lot of trouble the first 2 innings, was able to get out of it. Then he gave up the 2-run homer to Reagan. Ground ball through the hole in the left field, base hit. Well, so much for that. McCusick singles to the left, and have a runner on at first, and Brendan Williams comes
Now
to the
batting
plate.
the shortstop, Brendan Williams.
Have him try and steal.
You know, I don't know.
I would.
Well, first pitch swinging, high fly ball to right field. Can of corn. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. At the end of 4, it is the Vikings leading by a score of 2-0. We'll be back right after this. Leading off, ground ball to short. Williams up, throws, and Drake Adair leads things off with a ground out to short.
hit the ball sharply, but unfortunately for him, to where the shortstop could come over and make the play.
Foul that one off. Hitters for Grapevine up here swinging, Bob, because
Yes.
they know this guy's throwing strikes. Duval struck out his first time. Takes the breaking pitch outside. 1-1 to count. Called strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Breaking
Nice.
pitch.
Oh,
Oh, that's a wicked number 2. Nasty. Duval called out on strikes, and can't really blame him on this, Bob. That
No.
26, Joshua
good curveball at the knees. He going, hey, man, that was low. And the umpire says, go to the dugout, son. Be quiet. Joshua Leal up. Ground ball, left field, base hit. Again, first pitch swinging. First 3 hitters, Bob, up have been swinging at the first pitch.
Exactly. They're not wasting any time.
No. Ty Jones comes to the plate.
We have a courtesy runner down at first base.
Jones.
Number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. So the courtesy runner is
Number 9.
number 9. Oh, here we go. It's,
Will White.
Will White.
Mr. White. Did you ever watch that show, Breaking Bad?
No.
Boy, it was a heck of a show. Tremendous. Central character, his name was White, Mr. White, chemist.
Chop foul. That's a player that Barbara Walters would have trouble announcing. Will White, the one who had forced.
Well, she's had quite a career,
Oh,
right?
magnificent career. And here she is, what, 103 years old and still announcing? Good breaking pitch that time.
She retires this year.
Right.
I think she's retiring because her plastic surgeon is too. Get out while the getting's good.
Right. Well, this is as long as she doesn't go to the plastic surgeon who operated on Kenny Rogers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, really.
Ooh, that pitch just missed. Yeah, Joan Rivers. Yeah, here's another one.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, the edge of her mouth is up around her ears now. Oh, another wicked pitch. And just a terrible swing by Jones. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And we watch this.
Yep.
And while we got a moment, Bob, why don't we talk about those good folk who bring us the ball game of the week each week on ICTM?
A capital idea. That would be Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning, charter sponsor of the game of the week. And as we always make mention of the fact that designation charter sponsor simply means that when we began these broadcasts back in September of 1983, Gerald Stavely was our sponsor and has been with us all these years. Incredible participation.
Thank you to the Stavely folks.
Oh, most definitely.
They hung
Yeah,
through all of our
sure did.
malaprops. All
Well,
right, fan facts. Tanner Scheppers, only the 8th pitcher in the history of baseball to make his first major league start on opening day.
Correct.
Oh, look at the.
Getting back to that fan fact, since 1914, you've had 8 pitchers do this. Only one of them is in the Hall of Fame.
Huh.
Won 300 games. Robert Lefty Grove. Right.
Now batting, number 7, Braden Williams.
So Braden Williams leads things off here in the home half of the 5th inning. The Vikings leading this by a score of 2-0. Downstairs, ball one.
And following up on that Tanner Shepard story there, we had a young man who won not only the Cy Young Award, but Rookie of the Year Award. And he, very first game, started on opening day. That was back in 1981. Fernando Valenzuela.
Fernando, he was really a sensation that first year. Oh, man, Fernando Mania is what they called it.
Yeah, incredible.
He was shutting everybody out. Then the rest of the league kind of caught up to what he was doing. Big breaking pitch. It hangs up high. Tell you another guy who had bad plastic surgery, Bruce Jenner. Have you seen him? Good night.
No, I can't say that I have.
You mean you don't watch the Kardashians?
Please. The Kardashians, is this what we're talking about?
Bob. That's quality television.
That's an oxymoron.
That is, yeah. What the heck, I don't get paid by it anymore.
Yeah, right.
Hess walks his 6th batter of the ball game, and that's going to be it for Hess. And the new pitcher, the numero 5. This will be Nick Everts. Nick's been warming up for quite a while, so he should be plenty ready to go. But he'll get his customary throws, get used to the mound.
I came across something I thought was kind of interesting the other day. Every now and then you'll see on television, they'll show a little clip where a young man proposes to his lady fair, and they put it on the message board in a Major League ballpark.
Right.
You've seen it, right?
Right.
Okay.
She turned him down?
No. What I didn't realize is the ball clubs sell that. The Pittsburgh Pirates. You want to do it in Pittsburgh? $95.
Yeah.
Would you care to guess what team charges the most?
Yankees?
Dodgers.
Oh.
$2,500. Isn't that something?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, every team charges, and the low being Pittsburgh and the high being the Dodgers.
Wonder if anyone's ever asked for a divorce on.
Well, you wouldn't ask for a divorce. You'd just say, hey, guess what? We're serving you the papers as you watch this.
Honey, I'm in love with my secretary. Will you leave your seat now and let her sit by me?
The guy that I work with, he apparently had a really great marriage, and one day this strange guy came in and looked at him and said, "You Greg?" I said, "No." He's over in the next room. I said, "Okay." Served him with papers. His wife divorced him. Yeah. Never saw it coming.
Scott Balfant's up. And we'll see what Mr. Everts has to throw. Did we get the right-handed into the ball game as Williams takes about an average lead down at first, and Balfants takes strike one on the outside corner. So 6 walks in the first 4 innings by Hess. Ball gets away. It's a wild pitch. And if Williams scores, that will be charged to Hess. So 1-1 to count to Scott, who has lined out and walked. Scott came into the ball game hitting .356. Used to have the team lead in RBIs with 23, but Reagan passed him up with that home run. Pitch outside. 2-1 to count. So Scott can tie or go ahead here if he hits one out. That was quite a shot by Regano again. This into the wind like he did. Whoa.
Yeah, he hit it.
Scott is headed down to the island.
Down to Corpus Christi.
Too bad he couldn't go to the University of Hawaii. 2-1 to count. Three on the count now. We continue to throw down in the bullpen right now. The next pitch, woo, got a rip at that one. And the count now full at 3-2. Evan Fink warming up in the bullpen. High fly ball down the right field line. Twisting foul. And off the screen. Hit it a long way. Oh, David Ash, excuse me, is warming up. Number 20. Scott, that's who's warming up, right? David Ash, we're told, yeah. Meantime, the count is full, 3-2 here. Williams the runner at second. Nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. Ripped into right field, to the wall. Run will easily score. Ball Vance gets the put the brakes up. Ball gets away. He wished he'd ran, but he did a smart thing. And he is tied for the team lead in ribbons. Goes with the pitch nicely as he places it in the right field. And it's a 3-0 ball game. And now we're going to have the courtesy runner come into the ball game.
Alex Rodriguez,
Now running at first base, number 13.
later known as AR.
Now batting number 21, Josh Reagan.
Well, Josh Reagan is up. The co-leader on the team in RBIs with 24. Ball pitch is called strike on the outside corner. Rodriguez with a short lead down there. 0-1 to count. Of course, Reagan hit that home run off Ash, who just hung a curveball up there. High fly ball to right field.
Right fielder doesn't see it. Oh,
Catches
man.
up to it at the last second.
Look what I found.
And the wind out there, too, I'm sure, had something to play with
Sure,
that.
exactly.
And there's one away. And it'll bring up Daniel Weatherford, who's 2 for 2 in this ball game. Had a bunt single, then laced a base hit to left field his last time up. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Rodriguez the runner at first. There's a bunt. It's foul ball. Home plate umpire called it a foul ball first.
Well, the base umpire and the home plate umpire are going to talk this one over.
I think the home plate umpire is wondering where the ball landed. It hit his bat twice while he was still in the box. So he's out, and is the ball dead? That's the question there.
Should be.
Now the home plate umpire explaining things, the call. And Jeff Harp is probably saying he should be out because he interfered with the ball in fair territory. But he's still going to hit, so. And Alex goes back to first base, so all it is a foul ball. Rodriguez, pretty good lead at first. They're showing bunt. They do. It's a good bunt. Only plays to first. It's a good sacrifice. Rodriguez goes down to second. Now there are 2 out, and Bryson Candelaria will come to the plate.
Number 23, Bryson Candelaria.
It's an interesting situation here by Coach Mendoza. You've got a guy who's gotten 2 base hits, and you have him sacrifice, bringing up a man who's 0 for 1.
All right, that falls under the heading of he knows his players better than I do.
Of course, Weatherford got both of those base hits off a left-handed pitcher.
That pitch is downstairs for ball 1. A lot of hitting room through the right side.
A lot of hitting over through the left side. Look where the shortstop is.
Yeah, they're both kind of bunched up the middle. Now they back off to normal positions. And Everts steps off. 1 ball, no strike, 2 out. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Vikings leading 3-0. There's a swing and a miss. Candyman had a good swing at that one. As that wide open stance.
I wonder how many of these youngsters kind of daydream how they'd love to play Major League Baseball.
Probably all of them.
Yeah, and then you look at Choice, who played obviously high school baseball at Mansfield, and now he's playing for the Rangers. You know,
nice curveball drops in there. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Candelaria out on strikes, and the side is retired with 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, and 1 man left on base. After 5 innings of play, Mustangs losing to the Vikings by a score of 3-0. And let's throw up another trivia question to let you think about, or not, depending on how you feel about the sort of things.
throw it up there.
Who has won the most MVP awards of anyone in baseball? I'll give you a hint, it's not even close. So think that over. We'll give you the answer in the next half inning. Just a delightful night to play baseball, to watch baseball, or do just about anything else. Ball fans had a pretty good game against Irving earlier this season on ICTN. You can see some of his efforts here. You know, you throw strikes, Bob, wonderful things happen.
It sure, yeah. It's going to be interesting to watch what this young man does in college, when he has the opportunity eventually to be drafted. Conceivably, he could be drafted this year. Yeah.
Curveball falls in.
One thing about him, Lance, he knows how to pitch.
Yes, he does.
A lot of these kids come up here, you know, they can throw, have some pretty nice arms, but he seems just to have a presence about him, knowing what he's doing.
Had a big curveball the first time. This one looked more like a slider, but they're both for strikes, and he's ahead in the count right now to DeBella. 0-2. 0-3 make it as DeBella goes down on strikes for the second time.
Now batting number 27.
Seventh strikeout of the ball game, and that'll bring up Antonio Lima.
Close.
Takes a pitch. Ball one. Fouls that one off. Popped up. Third baseman calls everybody off, and again he makes the correct call and he makes the play. And there's 2 away.
That's the second time we've seen the pitcher get out of the way of the third baseman, who eventually comes in and gets the put out.
And the reason being, the first baseman or the third baseman usually have a better angle on the ball than the pitcher or the catcher. And the important thing is, Bob, good communication.
Yes. Yeah.
2 out. Ground ball to the first baseman. Bobbles it, picks it up in time. He's got it. Candelaria did a little juggling act, but fortunately he's the first baseman, and he was right there when it happened. And this, all he had to do is pick it up and fall on the base. And it's 3 up, 3 down. Let's watch it again. Felt like playing a little circus music there, didn't you? So a third 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for ball fans. Who's really throwing a dandy ball game tonight, as you see some of the folks here. And let's go ahead and throw up the trivia question. Some of the folks here, there's a concession stand. The question is, who won the most MVP awards in baseball history?
His father play for the Rangers?
And many other teams. This guy only played for 2 teams. And Barry Bonds won 7 MVP awards. No one else won more than 3.
Deservedly so. Incredible ball player.
He really was. Whether he was roided up or not, he was one heck of a hitter.
Yeah.
Mustangs have dominated the last 6 contests between these 2 teams, but tonight it's another ball game, 3-0, and they haven't sniffed home plate. The Mustangs have. Matter of fact, they haven't gotten a runner past second base.
Number 19, Andrew Torres.
So Andrew Torres leads things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The breaking pitch on the outside corner. Torres takes for strike 1. Torres 0 for 2. Called out on strikes and fly to center. Another breaking pitch, ripped to right field, into the alley. Nice play out in right field that time by McClellan. That wind perhaps playing a little bit of heck right there with the ball. But McClellan pulls it down in time. Nice job. Gets it up into the web. And there's 1 out. Robert Johnson up. He has walked and been called out on strikes. Shows bunt, does put 1 down and is foul. Pitch downstairs, 1-1 to count. One out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul that one off. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Vikings with that 3-run lead. Pitch up high. 2-2 the count. They got 2 in the 3rd on a home run by Josh Reagan. Got 1 more last inning on an RBI base hit by ball fans.
Nice pitch, but not quite in the strike zone.
Just missed that one.
Yeah, Johnson was absolutely lost on that pitch.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 2 away, and Matt McCusick up. Matt has walked, flied out, and got the base hit. Ripped that into left field. in between the shortstop and the third baseman. 1 for 2 tonight. Everett's delivers and hits the outside corner with a breaking pitch for strike one. Both pitchers have been pretty successful. They've been hitting with the backdoor breaking pitches. As a matter of fact, all three pitchers here tonight. Ground ball to second. Should be easy. 3 up, 3 down. Well, last chance coming up right now for the Mustangs, and we'll be back right after this. All right, last chance here. The bottom line, the Mustangs have to score 3 times. And a ripped one to left field off the third baseman's glove. What do you think? Base hitter?
I think base hit. That would eat him up alive.
So Fry leads things off with a base hit. And Grant McClellan comes to the plate. He doubled his first time up, and he popped up his second time up, so he's 1 out of 2. Looks like they had Fry kind of leaning there for a second. Be able to get back. Foul that one back. High fly ball right center field. This one's trouble. Into the alley. It's going to go for at least a double. Fry is going to be held up at third base. And so now there is trouble here as Coach Mendoza comes out to talk to his pitcher. Pitch was up a little bit that time. Tomahawked into right field. So you got the tying run at the plate, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Probably discussing strategy here. Do you bring the infield in, Bob?
No.
I don't.
No, you play for the out.
Yeah.
You don't care if they score 2 runs, if you get 2 outs.
Now batting number 22.
Well,
the
the Mustangs have done what they really needed to do. First 2 guys come up in this inning, they both get on base. They needed to do that, and they did it. Now let's see where we go from here.
Called strike on the outside corner to Adair. Adair 0 for 2. Rounding out both times. The pitcher into the shortstop. Pop that curveball back. 0-2 the count. No walks in the ball game.
For Bill fans.
Yeah, he has done a good job throwing strikes. Foul tip called, caught, and there's one away.
Now batting number
James
12,
Duval up.
James Duval.
Duval's wearing the collar 0 for 2. Both of them Ks. One time called out on strikes. One time swinging. That's to right field. It'll get a run home. Sacrifice fly. The runner moves up to third base. I think that there's 2 away. RBI for Duval. And McClellan moves up to third base on the play. Watch it again
Now
here.
batting number 26, Joshua Wall.
So that breaks the shutout, but the important thing is there are 2 out. So the bottom line of this ball game now is Joshua Leal, the hitter. He must score or the Mustangs will lose. There's a called strike. Leal has lined out and singled. Didn't look good there. 0-2 the count. Boy, that's a wicked curveball into the dirt. Sure, Leal wishes he had that bat back for that one. Try to see if Leal would go chase that one. Josh didn't. 1-2 the count. 2 men are out. The last chance for the Mustangs right here. Round ball to short. Into the hole. Long throw. And he got him. Ball game. Nice play deep in the hole here, Bob, by the shortstop, Brendan Williams. Took a long, powerful throw. Unfortunately, he has the arm to do it.
Well, that line score just a moment ago that we had tells everything. Neither team made an error. You don't see that too often in high school baseball.
Now, the official score gave him an error, but could have been called either. Bottom line is, it was a very well-played ball game by both teams.
Sure was.
We're going to see the play of the game here, Bob, the one that broke it open.
I would assume it's the home run. Bam, and I assume correctly.
High-hanging curveball, and that's what happens to high-hanging curveballs. Reagan hits it out, gave him a 2-0 lead, and the Vikings win it finally by a score of 3-1. Final thoughts?
Well, basically, the game was extremely well played, and once again, Bell fans just pitched a magnificent ball game. Just lights out.
He did that. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I certainly enjoyed watching the ball game. For my broadcast partner, Bob Berry, and our entire crew led by our producing director, Scott Snyder. My name's Lance Brown. We thank you so much for watching, and good night from the shipyard.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning,